Hello, I'm Wicus Cronje. I've been breeding Dorper since I was a very young man. I'm an international inspector and judge for the Australian as well as the South African societies. And I've led a lot of training schools in Australia and worldwide. It's my pleasure to give you this introductory videos about this wonderful breed, the Dorpers.
So who developed the Dorper and why? In the 1930s, the South Africans had a surplus of slaughter sheep which could not be sold locally or exported because of the poor carcass quality. It was then that the South African Department of Agriculture identified a need for a sheep breed which could produce fast-growing lambs with high-quality carcass while living in harsh environmental conditions. The development of the breed took place mainly at Grootfontein Agricultural College under the guidance of Mr. David Engela and in cooperation with all the interested farmers. In 1942, after many trials and extensive research, it was decided that the cross of the Dorset Horn ram on the black-head Persian ewe exhibited the most sought after characteristics. The black-head Persian ewe, which is a fat-tailed hair sheep, was imported to South Africa in around 1870 from Somaliland. That's the area around the Horn of Africa. The Somali sheep is still in existence today and is very popular within the Muslim world. The Somali sheep is famous for its fat storage in the tail and is sought after for cooking because of the meat's flavor and the low melting point of the fat. The fat is used instead of pig fat in cooking throughout the Arab world. So what are the attributes of the black-head Persian ewe? They got very good mothering abilities. They got high quality milk containing between 6 and 7% fat. They got a long lactation period of 84 days. They are non-seasonal breeders. They can breed right around the year. When conditions on the veld were good and the ewes were starting to move forward in condition, they started cycling. They are non-selective grazers which utilize feed very well and have very well developed rumens and intestinal tracts that makes use of the vegetation. The lambs are very quick on their feet and feed very quickly after being born and have fast development rates. The predators in Africa did a lot of culling of the slow ones. They are hair sheep, so they are easy maintenance and they can survive in hot conditions. They got high eating qualities due to the low melting point of the sheep's fat. Of the not so desirable qualities, with a low meal yield, around 45% of the carcass, and they have a very small size and frame. So what are the attributes of the Dorset Horn ram? The Dorset Horn had the heavy bone, the size of the frame, and the volume of the carcass. But it was a wool sheep. The white Dorper came out of the same cross of the Dorset Horn ram on the black-head Persian ewe, but some were developed out of the Dorset Horn ram on Van Rooy ewes. The Van Rooy's was also a fat-tailed sheep. The Van Rooy was developed out of Afrikaner ram on a Rambalay Merino. The Afrikaner ram is also a fat-tailed sheep. The fact that both the white Dorper and Dorper have such strong genetic background links with fat-tailed sheep breeds is no coincidence. The black-headed Persian was deliberately chosen for its eating qualities amongst its other desirable qualities already mentioned. This was after years of research which started formally in 1942. So how is excellent eating quality directly linked to the fat-tailed sheep? 25% of the world's sheep breeds are fat-tails. The earliest recorded fat-tail was in the ancient city of Uruk over 3,000 years BC. This area is modern-day Iraq. The fat-tailed sheep breeds are commonly found in North Africa, the Middle East, Pakistan, Afghanistan, Iran, Western China, Somalia and Central Asia. There has also been a lot of research done on fat-tailed sheep. You can Google it for yourself. In general, the conclusion is that the eating qualities of meat from fat-tailed sheep is said to be more tender, leaner, and juicier than their fin-tailed cousins. It is also found that their meat is of a higher omega-3 fatty acid ratio and is lower in saturated fat, which are all very favorable qualities for human health. The Dorper sheep has all these excellent meat-eating qualities as well. You have to try some Dorper lamb on the barbecue. You will absolutely love them. So how and why was the Dorper and White Dorper breed standard developed? There is no other breed that was so extensively researched than the Dorper and White Dorper. In its development stages and then after that, it was continuously researched. Dr. Quinton Campbell spearheaded this research. He took measurements, weights, growth rates, he measured fertility, conversion rates. He just did it all. I still remember as a small boy how he did all the measurements on my dad's farm. This all determined the direction the Dorpers took to become the best breed in the world. So the whole breeding program of the Dorpers was backed by research. And then the breed standards was developed by farmers who was good stockmen and with the specific purpose of breeding the attributes we wanted to retain and enhance in the Dorper breed. For over 80 years, the Dorper has been bred to create the world's best maternal self-replacing meat sheep. It takes time. New breeds do not happen in a few generations. So now that you understand a bit about the history of how the Dorper breed has been developed, let's just recap on what are the attributes of the Dorper breed that has been encapsulated during more than 80 years of consistently breeding for the outstanding characteristics of the Dorper. Let's look what they are. First up, lamb meat production characteristics. They are bred to produce a carcass weight of between 18 to 23 kilograms very quickly within 6 months of age in normal grazing conditions. They have very good carcass quality. They have a high yielding carcass with very good shape, and even in drought years they are sought after in the bag lamb market as lighter carcasses because they have the shape desired and also have a fat cover. They are very early maturing lambs because they grow very fast, which means they are quickly off their mother and the ewe is ready to get pregnant again quickly. They have excellent eating qualities. They have a low melting point of fat. They are low in saturated fat. They are high in omega-3 fatty acids and a very healthy red meat for humans. A very efficient producer of kilograms of meat. They have 3 lambings in 2 years consistently, producing kilograms of meat going out of the farm gate. Number 2, they are very fertile. They are fertile because the ewes are non-seasonal breeders. They can breed all year round. And the rams have a very high libido. And the ewes have a good percentage of twins. The ewe will get in lamb very quickly after lambing if good nutrition is available. Number 3, adaptability. Adaptability of the breed is notable all over the world. However, it should be noted they were purposely bred for drier areas, and Australia has a vast area of land that they are very suitable for. Number 4, hardiness. They are a very hardy breed. They will get through droughts better than most other breeds, but they will thrive again as soon as good nutrition is available. Number 5, they are very efficient converters of feed. The Dorper has a most efficient rumen. Therefore, they convert feed to meat protein better than other breeds. They have been bred to be meat sheep and all the protein goes into producing meat and not wool. They are non-selective feeders. They make good use of roughage and eat a big mixture of pasture, bushes and weeds. Number 6, they are very good mothers. Their good mothering qualities include a very good milk production with rich colostrum initially and a high fat content milk of around 6.7% to nourish the lambs. The Dorper ewes have a long lactation period, and in addition to this, the newborn lamb is very quickly on his feet, sucking within minutes of lambing. And number 7, they have really good skin and covering to go with that can withstand the heat as well as the cold. So the next video in this introduction series will be about ram selection.